Tom Gunman, to the chairman of the board, Mr. Hammond, and his wife, Mrs. Hammond, the rector, Mr. Trafford, and in her absence, Mrs. Trafford, the headmistress, Mrs. Huff, and her husband, Mr. Huff, Peterhouse staff, invited guests, and of course, fellow Peterhouse pupils. There are many causes of a minor heart attack, and I can guarantee you from experience that one of them is being told to write a speech. Unfortunately for me, it has been difficult to find things to write about this year. We experienced lead term and had approximately 5 months of school. And with that being said, there isn't much more I can say. Thank you. If you have sat through more than one speech today, you will know that every year Peterhouse is successful. And despite facing a worldwide pandemic, Peterhouse still managed to have a good year. Now, do not get me wrong, we are not perfect, and there's always room for improvement. But I do think that 2020 has been a test for us all. And no, I'm not talking about the one up the nose, but a test of character. One of the school's aims is to build character within each pupil. The diversity throughout the school has allowed us to happen. Diversity is not just the race, religion, and age of someone, but their qualities, features, and personality. The differences do not separate us from each other, but rather bring a collective strength between us. That strength is what makes us Peterhouse Queens. By now, every pupil here should be aware of the 6 C's. These are competencies that include critical thinking, creativity, communication, collaboration, cross-cultural skills, and of course, character. Although right now these competencies may not seem important to you, I can guarantee that you used them during quarantine. Communication was key when it came to Google Classroom and keeping in touch with friends and family. Making careful judgments on whether you should quickly peek at the answer in your notebook during a mock exam was your critical thinking. These are only 2 of the 6 C's that I've mentioned. Whether you learn to use these skills or abandon them, that is a test of your character. What I'm trying to say is that Peterhouse has prepared us to cope with any situation. The 6 C's prepares each one of us to have a vision that will guide us in the future and lead us down the path of success. On the sporting front, despite 2 whole seasons being cancelled this year, we still managed to enjoy success in various fields. Our cross-country team had an amazing season. The team was unbeatable, their seniors dominated, and at almost every meet, 8 seniors made the top 10, with Andy Capers coming first at every meet. Sadly, Andy has left us, but she is achieving her goals as she is on a scholarship to Lenore Ryan University in America for a triathlon. Andy was also nominated as a finalist for the Zimbabwe Junior Sportswoman of the Year. Our school is filled with talented sportswomen, but there are a few that have stood out this year. Tamia Schultz finished her swimming season in first place 40 points ahead, winning the Victrix at Durham for her age group. One of our star tennis players, Tanya Radzomitsi, is currently ranked 6th out of 227 players in the under-14 African tennis circuit. Kayla Cowwaite achieved a gold medal at the South African Rowing Championships. Erin Elliott, Katie Lopchuk, and Luana Page are currently Zimbabwe representatives for horse riding. The hockey season was cancelled, but if you ask the first-team players if there had been a Golden Girls tournament, we were extremely prepared to win that trophy. However, despite the cancelled school season, 5 girls were selected for the under-21 Zimbabwe Junior World Cup squad. The cultural aspects of the school continued during lockdown. Although the 2020 ice staple was cut short, Aneni Chikwadere attended honours for a grade 6 solo piano performance. Our senior mixed choir was one of 2 Zimbabwean choirs to participate in the Virtual World Choir Games, where they competed against 60 choirs. Our choir made it up to the last round. The Leo Club completed some community service, such as walking SPCA dogs, picking up litter, and giving food to the less fortunate. The club so kindly bought a printer for the St. Francis School. This year, the Bucket Arts competition was held online, where the junior girls at home submitted their work. Whether it was a piece of artwork, a poem, or even a dance video, the girls were still able to showcase their talents. Virtual meets were held for many cultural events, such as debate, chess, and quiz. Our Gavel Club met with the Canadian Club, which was an interesting experience for us all. It has come to that time in our speech where people have completely zoned out and are daydreaming. so it would be a good time to begin my thank yous, because if I miss anyone out, they probably wouldn't notice. I would like to say thank you to Mrs. Huff and Mrs. Neaky for helping me grow in my position, even if it was for only 5 months. To Mrs. Schultz, thank you for going out of your way to ensure us sixth formers are the best versions of ourselves that we can be. Your extremely calm and loving personality has made sixth form less stressful for us all. We could not have asked for anyone better to end our year with. I would like to say thank you to my fellow sixth formers. I've never met such a strong-minded, diverse, slightly loud group of girls. I could not have asked for a better block to be in. Honestly, I am surprised none of us were expelled throughout the years. Specifically those girls in D block who decided it would be a good idea to swim in an ankle-deep pond in the middle of the school. To those of you who have been here since day one, the quote, "tough times never last, only tough people do," was definitely made for us. I'm going to miss you all, and I wish you the best for your future. I would like to say thank you to one sixth former in particular. Although she may not remember, she gave me my first boost of confidence in my position. On the day prefects were announced, she came up to me and asked, "Jade, what are you?" Completely shocked, I replied with, "I'm head girl." She looked me dead in the eye, completely expressionless, and said, "No, seriously, what are you?" Thank you to Nyasha Kamba. While I'm up here on behalf of sixth form, I would like to say thank you to Mrs. Chinochka Uswa for from B block until this day, still believing that the white powder spread across the dorms was only baby powder and nothing else. Let's just say that if there had been a fire that year, the dorms would have burnt down. To Michelle, I would firstly like to say thank you for being so easy to work with. We were always on the same page, and even though our partnership was not of our own making, I would not have wanted anyone else to fill your position. But I must say, I will not miss you constantly videoing me because your phone is always glued to your hand, or you teasing me about why I prefer brown bread. And I said it was healthier and I wanted to live longer. Even though it was a joke, you took it literally, and I've caught you a few times replacing the white bread with the brown. And last but not least, I would like to thank my parents. Mom and Dad, throughout my whole life, you have told me to try my best in every situation. You have encouraged, motivated, and helped me through everything. Without you, I would not be where I am today. Thank you for always being so supportive and teaching me to go after my dreams. Words cannot express how grateful I am to have you. As I come to the end of my speech, I would like to remind everyone to be your own person and to be unique. One day, your life will flash before your eyes. Make sure it's worth watching. I will leave you with a quote. Diversity may be the hardest thing for society to live with, and perhaps the most dangerous thing for society to be without. On that note, having come from the main school across the road to share in this historical, diverse speech day, I'd like to thank my deputy, Kristen, for making us feel so welcome.